Rod and I have a huge testimony. It's not just a testimony about healing, but it's a testimony about faith and persevering in prayer. You know, I've witnessed people getting healed and God doing works. I know that He does it. I've seen it and I've been there and I've prayed for people, and a lot of people have been praying for Rod lately. And Pastor Klaus and Pastor Nicole are two of them. Our fellow family church here have all been praying for him. What people don't realize is Rod's had this condition in his heart, and it's been a long time. It's been over 6 years. He was diagnosed with something that the doctors call tachycardia, where the bottom part of his heart is not functioning. So he was being treated by the doctor who is the chief cardiologist. He's like one of the best that we were told. But Rod's stubborn, and he didn't want to take all that medication, and he didn't want to get this ICD device inserted inside his chest. He told this doctor that he wanted to put his faith in God. He wanted to believe that God would heal him. He's not a person for taking pills, medication, and he really didn't want to take this stuff. He would have had to take about 10 pills plus a day if he would have got this device put in his chest. However, we kept praying and believing in the Lord. People laid hands on him. And like I said, it's been a long haul for Rod. It's been over 6 years. So he went to see his doctor not long ago, and I'm going to try and make this as short as possible. It could be very long testimony, but I won't go there. His doctor didn't like his vital signs. She said that his pulse was high, his blood pressure was elevated, his heart function didn't sound good. You know, when they take that stethoscope, it wasn't good. So she wanted to put a rush on, you know, getting a cardiogram done. It's like an x-ray of the heart. And they wanted to put him through another stress test. And they have a device that you wear. It's a heart monitor halter, and you wear it, and they can monitor everything that's going on. So Rod wore this thing just the last, he only has had it off for a couple of days now, and he wore it for over 2 weeks. And I watched him suffering with chest pain and arm pain and just all kinds of things. And, you know, I'm sure Rod was wondering, like, God, why? I thought you were healing my heart. I had no idea what was going on. And neither did he. But we kept praying, and we kept praying. We went a few days ago to have the monitor removed, like taken off him, and they read it on their computers. And we're sitting in front of this doctor, and Rod had already prepared me. He said, if they want me to go to the hospital, I'll go. But I don't think I'm going to get the device put in. He said that I don't think I can do that. I don't want that. So we were kind of prepared for whatever they were going to suggest. So we're sitting in the room, and the doctor comes in, and he says, yeah, Rod, I got all your test results, and I read the monitor that you were wearing for the last few weeks, and your heart is normal. I was in shock. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. This doctor, this particular doctor that Rod saw, you can kind of call it a second opinion, because he had no idea that we had dealt with a few years back, the chief cardiologist. And he was in shock. He said, what are you doing coming to see me? You had the chief cardiologist in this city, and he is one of the best. He wanted to send Rod 4 years ago to get that ICD put in his chest. And he said he must have had a very good reason. I mean, they paid an air flight to London for Rod to have this done. And when he got there, they didn't put it in. So Rod got an absolute clean bill of health from this doctor. And I think I'm still in shock somewhat. But I know what he told us. And The night before we were going, I must tell you this, I just put my hand, Ron and I were laying in bed, and he says, I'm taking this heart monitor off. I've had it. I'm not wearing it tonight. He was bringing it in the next day. So I just reached over and I put my hand on my husband's chest and I asked the Lord to heal him. I said, Lord, he needs his heart repaired back to the state that you made him, the way you created him. And I'm speechless. I don't know what to say. Now I'm speechless. Because, I mean, God has...
After she laid her hands on me, she went to sleep, but I was laying there. And I couldn't feel my left arm. It was pretty numb. And I had a lot of tingling and pain in this arm. And it all of a sudden just went away. So I didn't really say anything. Except in the morning when I woke up, I told her that my arm feels pretty strong. I can move it. I couldn't even lift it over my head because there was so much pain. So that's when we went to see this second opinion. And that's when he told me there was absolutely nothing wrong with your heart. I said, you're serious? And I said to him, I said, you believe in God? And he says, well, you know, I don't really have to answer that question. It's personal. I said, okay. And then I said, well, when I seen this other doctor years back, he told me that I needed a defibrillator pacemaker. That half my heart's not functioning and I got 6 months to live. And that was about 6-7 years ago. I'm still here. I didn't get the machine, mind you. I didn't want to take the pills, but I'll tell you something. You got to have the faith in God that He's going to heal you. You got to really want it. Because if you have any doubt, it ain't going to happen. And me, I had a lot of doubt. Okay, because what I can't see, I have trouble believing. But what God has done for me, it's definitely a miracle. But I tell you, if you have anything wrong with you, you trust in God. And I promise you, you'll get that healing. Because like myself, I am still in shock. And to know that, hey, I can even breathe, take a big breath, I couldn't do that. And this miracle that I got from God, thank you, Lord Jesus, thank you.